Welcome back to Salon Confidential. So, as a hairstylist or a salon professional, have you ever run into a tough situation in the salon and wished you had a quick reference guide? That's where I come in. Hi, my name's Mary, and I'm a communication and business educator for hairstylists. And today we are going to discuss an extremely delicate topic. What do you do when a client starts spewing inappropriate comments, specifically racist comments? I saw a post this week that said, I had a client say the N-word today during her service. While I was doing her highlight, I was complaining about always cleaning up at my boyfriend's house, and she replied, wow, that's not fair. I'm not your blank. You can see for yourself what was said on the screen. And I said, whoa, you can't say that. She just laughed and brushed it off. I was mid-highlight. I finished the service and she left, but it made me feel deeply uncomfortable. I've been doing her hair for a couple years, and lately she started talking about more racially charged topics, a lot of anti-immigrant points, which is also very uncomfortable because I'm a person of color and an immigrant myself. She's been pretty emotionally exhausting, but lately it feels like she's been more and more sucked into racist and offensive groups, and I just don't feel comfortable doing her hair. I guess I need advice on how to handle the conversation. I'm not very confrontational, so I'd like to just send her a text, but I want to sound as professional as possible because I'm pretty upset about her comment. Thanks in advance. Now, before I give you my thoughts, I would love to hear from you. Have you dealt with a situation like this before? Let me know down in the comments below. Today, we are going to look at why comments like this are bad, how allowing this can be potentially damaging to your business and your professional reputation, what you can do to open up communication with this client to professionally let them know that this kind of behavior will not be tolerated, and how you can tactfully but firmly let them go or fire them as a client. However, before we start, if you know a stylist that could benefit from this video or any of the other free educational videos on my channel specifically for hairstylists and salon professionals, it would mean the world to me if you shared it with them. All right, let's get started. So you guys, this goes without saying, it's late in 2023 and I am always shocked when I see this kind of behavior. It's not okay. It's not funny in the salon, whether it was meant to be a joke or not. This kind of speech is ugly and it extends beyond racism. This lesson also applies if you have a client who is making homophobic or transphobic remarks. While people can have their opinions, whether right or wrong, it's crucial to remember that you, as a business owner and a stylist, are not automatically forced to put up with behavior that makes you uncomfortable or compromises the professional environment or your values. You have a say in what happens because ultimately this is your business. Now, besides the point that it can be highly uncomfortable for us as professionals, comments like this could be really bad for business. What if another client in the salon hears this and writes a negative review? That could be so damaging to your hard-earned reputation. And we all know that our reputation ultimately builds trust and has an impact on your business and your growth. So it's always going to be important to protect the reputation of your business. I know so many of you out there would fire this client and move on, but that could ultimately lead to a bad review in itself. So we as professionals try to do what we can to minimize hits like this when we can. Now, you may be wondering, how do I talk to this client? Usually I'd be on here telling you to make a positive sandwich. And if you don't know what that is, check out some of my other free educational videos and you'll find out. This matter is really serious, you guys, and we're going to want to cut straight to the chase on this one. Identify the issue as clearly as possible. State the fact that it is simply not acceptable in the salon, and make your expectations for future interactions as clear as possible. If I were this stylist, I would send a message saying something like this. Dear Jane, here at Salon XYZ, we pride ourselves on being a safe and inclusive space for everyone. And as much as I value your patronage, I wanted to bring up the incident in which you used a very inappropriate racial slur out loud in the salon. Use of language like this in the salon is not only unprofessional, but it goes against the core values of my business. Moving forward, I kindly ask that this kind of language not be used, as we want to maintain a positive and uplifting environment for both staff and clients alike. I appreciate your cooperation in this manner, and if you have any questions or concerns, I would be happy to chat further. You can reach me directly at 503-555-1234. Best wishes, Mary. Now, if you're watching this and you want to know what to say on the spot, I would recommend something like this. If possible, you'll want to find a private area so they don't feel called out, or just speak as quietly as possible and say, hey, Jane, when you used that racial slur, it caught me off guard. And if I can be honest, it made me feel really uncomfortable. I want you to know that in this salon, we work hard to create an inclusive and a safe space where everybody feels welcome. I value you as a client and believe open communication is key to make sure that we are all on the same page. Moving forward, I have to be clear that language of this nature will not be acceptable in our appointments. I sincerely appreciate your understanding. Using this example, you are very clearly telling the client the issue at hand and resolving the issue by firmly letting them know your expectations moving forward. More than likely, the client is going to see that the salon is no place for this kind of, quote, humor, and will stop. A lot of the time, people let their hair down both literally and figuratively in the salon. Maybe it's because we're in their personal space and they think they can say more personal or inappropriate comments, but sometimes clients cross the line. And as a professional, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to allow this to happen time and time again. If you set clear expectations and boundaries, the majority of clients will comply. You definitely want to document this in their client profile so that if it becomes an issue again or remains an issue, you will have the proper documentation so you can give facts such as what was said and the date of the occurrence. You guys, just because you work with the public, it doesn't mean that you have to put up with this kind of behavior, especially if it makes you uncomfortable. As the business owner or independent stylist, you get a say in who you work with. And if you don't want to work with someone who is openly making ugly racist remarks, the beautiful thing about this industry is you actually don't have to. So what happens once you've addressed the issue clearly and set expectation, and it's not being met by this client, meaning they didn't change their behavior? Well, this is a sign that their values simply don't align with yours, and it's probably time to let them go. That's right, it's time to bless and release. I feel like we need something where we have a whole crowd chanting that, like, bless and release. All right, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life is what I'm trying to say. So if you're professionally ready to nix this client altogether, what would you say? Personally, I'd keep it simple and say something like this. Dear Jane, I appreciate the opportunity to work with you, but unfortunately the issue we discussed on insert date here seems to persist. I want to reiterate that maintaining a respectful and inclusive environment in my salon is a top priority for me. It's essential for both my clients and myself to feel comfortable during our interactions. Given the continued use of inappropriate language, I've decided that it's best for both of us to discontinue our professional relationship. I believe this will allow you to find a stylist who aligns better with your preferences, and it will ensure that my salon remains a place where everyone feels welcome and safe. I wish you all the best in your future salon experiences, and I hope you find a stylist who can meet your needs. If you need any help with a reference, please let me know. Thank you for understanding. Signed, Mary. So as you can see, the situation is pretty straightforward. To recap what you're going to want to do if you are ever met with this situation, identify the issue at hand. Clearly inform your client of the issue. Let them know what you expect of them moving forward. document the incident and watch for changes in behavior, and if necessary, let them go if no change is made. I hope this can help a stylist or salon owner out there navigate these choppy waters. Handling sensitive topics like this can be tricky, but possibly necessary for the reputation of your business. All right, you guys, that's all I've got for today, but I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had a situation like this before? What was your experience like? I hope you learned something this week, and as always, if you found this video interesting or learned something new, please hit that like button. And if you could also share this video with a salon owner or friend in a situation like this, that would mean the world to me. If this was your first time here, I want to take a moment to say, welcome, you guys. I'm going to be bringing you new videos every single week, detailing out tough real-life situations and discussing how you can use good communication and critical thinking to handle any tough situation that could possibly come your way with confidence and ease. I want to help you safeguard your business so you can stress less and get back to what you love, bringing your talents to the world one client at a time. If you have any topics you'd like to hear covered, I would love to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments below, or you can contact me through my website. I'll go ahead and put that down in the show notes below. And lastly, for those of there feeling stuck or slow to grow, I can definitely help. With the strong knowledge in branding, local marketing, and cultivating a memorable guest experience, I can work with you to see where you can easily strengthen your business to get you on the path to the career of your dreams. You guys, you've got this. And in case you need me along the way, I'm here to help. Again, my name is Mary Wozniak. I run The Stylist Consultant, and thank you for tuning in. I'm going to see you back here next Monday. All right.